Today we're going to do our portfolio, or start it. That's our first major project. You remember we did these last year. If you're in third grade this year, we did Tommy DePaula last year, and if you're in fourth grade, we did Leo Politi. I like to feature a different illustrator each year. This year, it's not going to be so much an illustrator as it's going to be medieval manuscripts, dragons, castles, knights, and I think this is really fun. So, you'll remember that the fold goes next to your tummy so you don't dump the thing out on you. And we're going to need a border. We do that by measuring. It could be 2 inches, 2.5, 3, whatever, and you just need 2 dots. Make sure that it's even with the edge of the paper. And then the ruler at each place, each dot, and you draw your line. If you don't have a ruler, you can create a straight edge by folding paper and drawing against that. So, in preparation for this, I would like you to do an assignment in your sketchbook. And this is something that they love doing in these manuscripts. It's called strap work. You'll draw a single line that's with pencil that's a design, and then you decide which one is going to be over and which one is under. So it's like you're drawing a pile of ribbon. So if this ribbon goes this way, then this ribbon will go underneath it. You see how that goes? And I think I'll put this one this way. So when you erase your pencil lines, it makes the strap work design. So in your sketchbook, you're going to do practice some strap work, and you may want to use that in your portfolio. You may decide that you don't want to, but I'd like you to try it anyway. We're going to be using the art elements. We're going to use the lines to organize our paper. We're going to create shapes. There'll be a rectangle here, and we're going to do a large initial letter, so you may want an extra box here. You're going to add shading and stuff so it has a feeling of form, 3-dimension. We'll be using pattern as it goes around, and I'll show you some examples of that. We want to have texture so that we know how all the different things would feel. It's all gonna, some of it's gonna go back in space, so some things will be farther away. They'll be higher on the picture plane and smaller. When we color this, if you have paints at home that you want to use, you may. Many of you probably don't. Paint is a wet media, and then the dry media would be crayons or colored pencils. And I really prefer those to markers because of this one, value. You can't get a change in value with markers. But if you press harder with your crayons or colored pencils, you get darker where you press harder. You can also blend colors, so it makes for a more interesting picture. This one, some of you may remember from last year. This word is complement. And when you look on the color wheel, we have the 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. And then we mix them, red and blue, we get violet, or purple. We mix red and yellow, we get orange. We mix yellow and blue, we get green. But the ones that are opposite each other on the color wheel, red and green, are complements. So violet and yellow, orange and blue. And that is your most exciting color combination. So if you want your picture to be really kind of alive, you use that as a basic color theme. If you blend them, that's the way you mix shadows, not with black. So complements are a good thing to know about. And then balance is a compositional thing, how you arrange things so that it'll be pleasing to look at. So, as I said, you have a choice of knights, castles, dragons, things like that. I chose this tapestry from The Lady and the Unicorn. These are probably the most famous tapestries in the world. They're in France now at the Cluny Museum. It's a whole series. So of The Lady and the Unicorn, the background is red, and this is called millefleur, which is French for 1,000 flowers. You see there's also little birds and animals in there. The color scheme is a complement, isn't it? Because it's red with the green of the foliage, so that makes it exciting. Here's another one of them with all those little things going on. Now, a tapestry is a woven picture. They're huge, and they would hang on castle walls to keep the wind out, I think, mostly. So here's mine. I did mine first with pencil, at least the main things I did in pencil. And I'll tell you, I did the dragon and the lady first, and then I was trying to fit in the unicorn, and he didn't fit. And I was reluctant to erase them, but I needed to, so I did them over again. So they're balanced. You see there's the lady in the middle with two mythical creatures on either side. And I've got more balance here with the similarity with the M, my initial letter, and the castle, and they're both in blue. And I've given you a little nugget of gold tempera paint. Many of these medieval manuscripts had actual gold leaf applied to them. So a couple of ideas. Oh, the lettering, let me tell you, here's some of it too. I have another little video about how to do the lettering. And you can see this one. This is Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. It's a famous story. You see the patterns in the border and the boxes and shapes for the picture. And there's the Green Knight and the other knights. So this is an idea. This book has the lettering. This is strap work. As you see what goes up under and what goes over, and this is a medieval monk. I have, besides the little video about the lettering, I've also read to you some Arthurian tales and things. The first one is actually about the making of the manuscripts, and then there's knights and dragons. There's a lot of work in this. There was the pencil work first, not everything. Then I did ink, and then I colored it in and added the gold embellishments. So if you start to get tired, you get sloppy. So I would say stop what you're doing and take a break. So I've made separate videos for each of the books. So if you need to stop and take a break, you can. Here's the texture, the shading, the distance. So your assignment is to make a border, large initial letter, and a scene from some kind of medieval thing. And in your sketchbook, you're practicing some strap work. And I hope you have a good time doing it.